opposing gloves here, and I'm going to show you something that is going to be way less intuitive for you than it is for written music people, but it will nonetheless be useful. So you are at a point now where you have reached some of the limits you can really do with the piano roll. You will be at a severe, I don't know, it's just way less intuitive to do it this way. Because as you get into music analysis, you're just not gonna be using this. It's just not happening here, man. But if we do, okay, so let's really quick talk about this. This is the diatonic chords. What is that? Well, we know diatonic means in the key. And so you are right. It is all the chords. It's all the triads in the key. So essentially, you don't have to sharp or flat them unusually. Like they're always going to be sharp or they're always going to be flat. They're not like, oh, in this case, it's a natural. For example, in D, well, let's just do one. So C major. What are the diatonic chords in C major? Well, it would be C, E, G. And then as a triad, it would be D, F, A. Yeah, you can't do this. The more I look at this, the more I realize you have to know what they are in order to do this. You can't do it on the piano roll. This may be the limit. This is somewhere where you would have to come here, because for here, you could do it quite easily without knowing them, and then you can make some observations about it. So doing the key that you're in, it's whatever. Here's a way to think about it. We have C to and then the major third and then the perfect fifth, right? Well, what's on D in the key of C? What's the nearest third? Well, that would be a minor third, which is F. And what is the perfect fifth to D? That is A. And then on E, what's the nearest third? Oh, it's a minor third, diatonically speaking. It would be a G. It wouldn't be G sharp because that's not in the key of C, and then a perfect fifth. So we could go about it that way, and you can create these chords going up. So F, it would be A and C because this is the nearest diatonic third. And then you can keep doing this. Now you could even do this for compound intervals and so forth. You go on to 9ths, 11ths. But triads are very useful. And what you do is you make observations. Like, for example, whenever you do this for any major key, the same pattern will emerge. You'll get a major and then two minors, a major, the fifth will be major, the sixth will be minor. The seventh, this will actually be diminished. So the nearest third is a minor third. And then here would be the next nearest third, which would be an F, which is, maybe you just need to look for the nearest thirds. Use superimposed thirds instead. So what's the nearest third? It would be a major third. The nearest third is now a minor third. Here, the nearest third on D is a minor third, and the next nearest third is an A. So you'd have to stack them up in thirds. That's the only way you'd be able to do it. And so you do this, and you could create a chord analysis to be able to say, hey, look at these are the chords that, diatonically speaking, staying in the key, these are what you have to work with. And so now you can apply sevenths. Now you can apply sevenths, alterations, all sorts of cool things. There's a huge number of things that come from this, but I just want to show you what diatonic chords are and where they come from. I'm going to be cutting the line here pretty soon. I may actually come back one day with a vengeance and just add a crap ton of content because there's so much more. There's loads more. But I might just do that for the written music side, because it'd be pretty difficult to continue on here. As far as EDM goes, you've pretty much reached the amount of knowledge you're going to need conventionally to create it. Like, EDM does not get that crazy. So if you want to do other genres, you generally are going to need to have a more extensive understanding and learn to read written music. This next one's going to be chord progressions. Maybe I'll find ways to continue to convert concepts over here, like that stack thirds idea, but just trust me, written music at this point is now far more intuitive than the piano roll is. The piano roll is still an amazing, like, I love it for other reasons though. So maybe when I get into stylistic markings and stuff, we'll have some fun. But if you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe and have a blessed day. Now, mine's obviously not the same as theirs. Mine sounds, whoops, that's not even the sound right here. But it is pretty, it's like, man, where I am right now, I could get to their sound. It's mostly just finding the correct, just the timbre, just getting the timbre right, getting the distortion right. And I don't